Hey everybody, it's Smiley. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. As promised, I wanted to do a review on Pink Lemonade cloth menstrual pads. I wanted to do this review because reviews are always so helpful to me when I'm thinking about buying something. I'm always watching, YouTube videos and researching online and reading reviews to hear what people have to say about a particular seller or a particular product. So after looking through a ton of reviews for cloth menstrual pads, I kept hearing the name Pink Lemonade from a shop on Etsy. And I watched some YouTube videos and they always had high reviews. The seller got a ton of nothing but positive remarks at her store. And I have my own set of cloth menstrual pads from a lot of different sellers. But these I was buying for my daughter. And she, for whatever reason, liked the Pink Lemonade pads after she looked at a whole bunch of different ones. And like I said, after I reviewed it and looked at a bunch of reviews and saw so much great stuff, I wasn't hesitant about ordering her a complete stash from Pink Lemonade. And as you can see in front of you, I have the stash here. I want to start out by saying that the seller was really awesome. Her name is Sue, at answering all of my questions when I first wrote in. Because my daughter is young and she's slender, so Sue was able to make me these pads with her narrow pattern. They're more narrow than the ones that she usually sells now on her site, which are called wide. So she sewed these for me. My daughter picked out this pattern, so it was a custom order. And she picked out these 3 prints and then the coordinating solids for the liners. And so as you can see, we ordered several. We ordered the large, heavy overnight ones that I have here. We ordered these ones, which are the regular, medium to heavy. These ones, which are the lights. And then these little ones, which are the 6-inch liners. First of all, the material that she uses is fantastic. She said she only uses the best materials, and she was correct about that. The back is WinPro fleece, which I love WinPro fleece. It's the best fleece that you can buy. This on the front is a Minky fabric, and those of you who know about cloth and love Minky, that's what it is. It's Minky. And I can't remember what she uses as the internal layer. But in any event, I'm not worried about these performance-wise. But what I am disappointed about is the sewing. When I got these pads in the mail, I guess it was about a week ago, not even a week ago, I ripped open the package. And, I took a look at them, as anybody would. And I started looking at them, and I started noticing that the sewing on them is not what I was expecting or hoping for. And I'm going to show you what I mean. And hopefully, I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but if you look at the pads, this one is actually really good. But most of them have this lump here. It's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but if you feel it, you can feel like this bump right here. I don't know if that's where she is ending the sewing on the pads, but they don't all have it, but a lot of them do. Okay, so you say no big deal, which it's not a big deal. I wasn't, too upset about that. But then when I started looking at more of them, I started noticing that the cut on them is not, it's not like completely uniform. On some sides it's real straight, like over here, and then on other sides it tapers in quite a bit. And like I said, I don't know if the camera is picking that up. And if it was just 1 or 2 pads, it's like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Obviously, I know this is a work-at-home mom, so I don't expect it to be absolutely perfect like a machine did it. That's not what I'm expecting. But I have ordered lots of stuff from Work at Home Moms before. I have ordered cloth pads from Work at Home Moms, not this seller, but different sellers. And the sewing was immaculate. So maybe I'm a little spoiled. But here's a good example of one. As you can see how you can see the fleece on the front? And see how the stitching is like almost off of the pad over here? And then it's wide on this side. So it's like the backing was pulled and stitched around to the front because of the way she sewed it. And I'm sure that these pads will function great. They're for my young daughter, and she didn't want to have to bother sending them back. By the way, it took us close to 7 weeks to get these. Why 7 weeks? Well, when you book a custom slot with her, she says 4 to 5 weeks. So I thought it was worth it, because my daughter really wanted these, and she's obviously very busy. She has a lot of customers. She's very popular. So I said, okay, 4 to 5 weeks, I'll wait. Well, when she sent them the first time, she sent them to the wrong apartment. And whoever was at that apartment said that they didn't get them. So basically they were like stolen, because I think they did go to that apartment, which wasn't Sue's fault that they were stolen, but it was her fault that she sent them to the wrong apartment. So after we waited the 5 weeks and then, had them shipped out and didn't receive them, she had to sew all of these all over again. Now, she did email me and let me know that she had injured her foot, and so she was having trouble sewing, and I feel bad about that, but I kind of feel like maybe because she had to sew them all over again, and since she made a mistake when she shipped them out and we never received them, she was kind of in a rush to, get them back out to me. And coupled that with the fact that I guess she has a daughter that was sick, and then also her ankle was messed up, I'm thinking maybe her sewing was not up to par, or not what it usually is, because I haven't heard any complaints whatsoever or read any complaints about the sewing on her pads. So I'm thinking it's just a fluke. Here's another example you can see on this one. Oh, I dropped it. Where the fleece is coming up onto the front. The shape is real straight on this side and really curved on this side. So all in all, I'm not so disappointed that, like, I told my daughter we have to send these back. If they were mine, I probably would have sent them back, because I paid, well, her grandmother actually paid over $100 for this stash. And when you pay that much money, you want everything to be right. And so if they were mine, I would have sent them back, but I gave my daughter the choice, if she wanted to send them back or not. And she said, no, they're fine, I'll deal with it. And like I said, I think that they'll function fine. I'm not worried about them leaking or anything like that. And as I said earlier on in the video, the material is wonderful. You can tell that, it's quality materials. I'm happy with the sizes. I'm happy with the colors. I'm happy with everything except for the stitching. Like I said, I think that she was rushed, or felt that she was rushed. And I did really need these pads after waiting 5 weeks and waiting for a botched order that never came. But I would have rather she took an extra week and waited till her ankle healed or whatever she needed to do, and took her time on them so that I could get a really, nice finished product. I would have rather have waited than to get them, a week after she sent the first batch out, only to have pads that are not, like I said, exactly as I would have liked sewing-wise. So that's my review of Pink Lemonade pads from the Etsy store. Sue was really wonderful, really great customer service. And I should mention that she did offer a full refund, which I guess she said is not her policy. She doesn't usually accept returns at all because of this type of product. But she did offer to refund our money for, the full set of the pads, being that I was unhappy with the sewing. But my daughter was not interested in sending them all back and waiting for a refund and then going back online and trying to research who she wanted to go with for the new pads and picking out a new pattern and colors. And it would have been like another month or who even knows how long before she would have gotten another new set of pads. So she didn't want to go through all that, and who can blame her? So we didn't take Sue up on her offer to refund our money. But yeah, that's my review of Pink Lemonade cloth menstrual pads. And I don't know. I personally, because of this experience, won't be shopping with her again. But she does seem like a really nice lady, and I've heard a lot of good things about her stuff. So maybe it was just us. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them and let me know what you think. And I'll get back to you. All right. Thanks, guys.